This is WKKW Studios. It is 9 p.m. Coming up next, Love Pandemic. Join us for Love Pandemic. Introducing your host, Liam Vaughn Friedman.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday night. The time is right for a viral outbreak. It's an infection. And it's time for you to call now. Get your diagnosis here on Love Pandemic.
You might be feeling a little bit of an itch. You might be sneezing. You might be crying. You might be down in the dumps or up on cloud nine. Either way, you got the love bug or you want to catch it. Call in and we'll give you a couple tips.
That's right. We are live here on Love Pandemic. 575-322-8733 is going to be the number to call when we start taking calls.
You're gonna dial those numbers. You're gonna dial so good. We're gonna answer like your mother. 1, 2 rings tops. We're gonna pick that phone up and we're gonna talk your little ear off. You're gonna wish you never even called us, you bad callers.
There's such naughty little callers out there in internet land. Inching your hands up, down your partner's inner shin. Just nice and easy, grudging up there. Maybe grabbing a little pinch of hair. You naughty little devils, you. We are live. Taking questions, and I'm in the studio. Liam Von Friedman, joined with, as always, my lovely and talented sidekick,
Oh,
Carl Voss.
yeah. Oh, it is my pleasure. It is my pleasure, my honor, and my duty to be here.
Well, you wear it well, sir, and I appreciate it.
Well, I wear a lot of things well, and I appreciate that you can appreciate the things that I do wear well. And sometimes I wear nothing well as well.
Well, this bromance is really heating up on air, and I think the time is right that we do a man episode
Yeah.
of the show.
Yeah.
Talk about masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Not that, maybe answer some of the ladies' questions out there about what it is that us men really want, what we're hankering for, what we.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I just drank a little bit of bubbly water. Nothing really gets me going like some bubbly water.
I'll tell you, I had a bit of a romp this afternoon, Carl.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've got a little gas.
Oh.
It's not from bubbly water, but it's from some fudgy chocolate.
Fudgy chocolate.
Well, I've got a little bit of, let's just say me and my partner, we like to play in the dirt.
Oh.
I got a little booty breath, and
Oh.
I'm a little verklempt, I got those bubble burps.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I imagine. I could imagine,
I hope you all out there
I guess.
getting involved and doing everything you can to please your partners. Getting the bubbles going, breathing in.
Yeah, I kind of like, nothing screams masculine man like bubbly water. In my opinion, and Sheila too. That's what she says. She says every time I crack open a Perrier, she has to change her pants. It's incredible. It's like all of a sudden I'm, Macaulay Culkin and 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 Brad Pitt had a child, and he just grew up handsomer than both of them.
Wow.
You know, both in each of their primes.
That's profound.
You know, a very boyish handsomeness, of course, which is, I think, what every woman is looking for. We do have a series of questions that we've kind of been gathering for this Manspisode, where we're going to explain a lot of these things that might seem a little bit elusive to you ladies, but they're actually pretty commonsensical, and there's a good reason why men do a lot of the things that men do.
Yes, we're very, very predictable and straightforward, really. You know,
Yeah.
I once saw a hilarious meme on the internet of a dial and a bunch of different switches and knobs and things that you could twist and move, and it said woman. And then beside that was a switch that just went up and down and said on and off for man. And I thought, wow, that little meme on the internet, it really says a lot. And I understood quite a bit in that moment. It really woke me up to pursue my destiny.
A picture is worth 1,000 words, Liam, man. You just read 1,000 words when you saw that meme.
Think of how many words I've read over my career.
And then there were a couple more words put on top of those thoughts. So it's like 1,000 words and a couple.
Like 1,000 and a few, maybe.
It's like half of a novel, I think.
Yeah.
Well, so we've got some. I've got some of these questions. Well, my man doesn't like me eating in bed. What do I do about that? And why not? Why can't I eat in bed? We have sex at the kitchen table. Why not eat in bed?
This seems like a really good question. And I don't know quite whose side, the questioner is on. Is she on his side, her side? What side of the bed is he eating on? What side of the table are they having sex on?
Right.
Have they had these discussions about what part of the table is to be used and what is not? Or do they just go at it like animals, just have like monkey sex, wild monkey sex? And if they're having wild monkey sex, why can't you just eat in the bed?
Well, it does say, P.S., we are not having wild monkey sex.
That complicates things.
We are Christian missionaries living in Alabama.
Well, what an interesting place for Christian missionaries to be.
He doesn't let me eat pretzels or Cheez-Its in bed, but he insists upon bringing Jesus with him. Apparently he recites the Bible at every opportune moment, which appears to be a down thrust, or maybe an up thrust.
Up thrust, yeah.
Backswing, I'm not sure, but wow, that's a very detailed question. It seems like there's a lot of layers going on here in this relationship.
It's almost as if that questioner kind of knew what we were going to say and then had another question ready.
Well, yeah, I did.
First question.
Yeah, I suspected that we would be kind of on this. I answered a couple of. We had a conversation. I had to transcribe some of the stuff. They were very distraught, and I told them about. I said, "Listen, ma'am. Now, husbands aren't forever, and Southwest currently has an incredible deal on flights. Now, you just hop on over to ATL, you get to Atlanta Hartsfield, and I'll take it from there." And I feel like we had a real heart-to-heart. Yeah, she hung up on me, but I got most of the question down.
Did she block you on social media?
Well, I've learned not to pursue. You can catch, but don't chase.
Yeah. Yeah, you can look, but you can't touch.
That's what my dad always taught me.
You'll get blocked and permanently deleted off of Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm already kicked off of Google.
Oh, Carl.
Apparently there are some questions that you can't ask.
That's not what we're here for. We're here to answer your questions here on Love Pandemic. We've got a couple others who have written in over the week. We'll answer several more of their calls, and we'll also be taking yours here live on Love Pandemic. It's a viral outbreak. 575-322-8733. Get your diagnosis here on the line. I'm joined with Carl Voss in the studio, and I'm your host, Liam Von Friedman, and we are happy to be coming to you live from the studio here at WKKW. And wow, what a crazy turn of events it's been, love-wise, in the universe,
pandemic-wise,
romantically. It's just a crazy set of situations to navigate out there.
Liam, are you your voice sounds a little tired, a little hoarse. Is the allergies getting to you? Are you a little out of breath from your chocolate surprise?
Well, I did have a fantastic afternoon filled with just fantasies of fudge and fantastic, fleeting flongs and thrusts. Far-flung throngs and flung thrusts, lusted,
flung the
liberally all afternoon,
flusted
with fluids, and it was quite an exhausting afternoon.
It was not frivolous.
It was not.
Wow.
So I am a little under a little bit of a love spell from a lady.
Wow.
If I must be honest.
I thought I suspected just as much. It's very rare that I see you kind of in this state, just dripping with sweat, over in the corner, harnessed to the chair like a bull.
I feel like a raven wildebeest.
You are.
I feel like the inside of a Slim Jim just ready to pop out, and go ham. I could go ham on ham. That's how much of a man I feel like today, this afternoon. I don't know if it's a holiday or what holiday it would be, but I believe it should be a holiday today. Just flinging fluid day. I don't know. Spider webs. Walking in there. Just making a big map of mud pies in the macchiato Mary.
Yeah, I know. Words, they trip us up sometimes. Either trip them or they trip you. That's what I've learned. Callers, if you'd like to give us a call, our lines are now open. If you have any questions for any weird things that men do that you don't really understand, men, if there are things that women don't understand about you that you'd like to get off of your chest and clarify, or if you just have any general relationship questions or unsolicited advice, we'll even take that. Our number is 575-322-8733. Okay, so we've got another person who had called in. I had gotten on I always get caught up in these, I can't get off the phone under 30 minutes. Somebody's taken their time to call me. I want to get to know that person. I want to try to sit them down for lunch. I want to maybe meet their children. Maybe be a godfather. Maybe a god uncle. I don't care. I just want to be involved in their life, And so...
Such a generous man.
Yeah. So Genevieve from Australia, she says, my man never finishes. Does that mean I'm bad in bed? What do you think, Liam?
No, I think the simple answer is yes.
Oh. I tried to kind of, we talked for like 30 minutes. I told her it was probably fine. That sometimes that happens. You think it's a pretty straight, clear cut.
Well, I do think that there are certainly some exceptions to any rule. And I don't mean to say that definitely not, maybe he could use some therapy, and that's going to require him going to a sex therapist and having sex with her in order to get through this. So she's going to have to...
Well, that sounds compromising.
It does. It's a bit of a conflict of interest, if you will.
I growing up, my mother dated this man named Jim, who had fallen 30 stories from a construction project. 30 stories. He didn't die. He just went into a coma for like a month. But when he came back out and he started dating my mom, the man couldn't get off. It was the strangest thing. I would hear them trying constantly. And I'd be like, Mom, is everything okay in there? Are you all right? She says, yeah, it's fine. It's just that I come from a very open family. We talk about sex. We discuss it. That's how I came to know Liam, right? And
yes, I remember Jim. We used to call him Autistic Jim because he had some severe brain damage. We didn't know much about autism then.
Yeah, well,
but that's what our parents
that's just what they called him.
That's
yeah.
just what they said. They called him Autistic Jim.
It's unfortunate.
I remember, yeah. That's what your mom said. That's how she kind of explained his strangeness, because he was not very smart.
Yeah, and it turns out that Jim was, other than the mental problems down below, he was totally fine. It's just that my mom was, her hands were like sandpaper, and the rest of her not far off. And sometimes you just don't have the goods, Genevieve, and I would maybe a little bit of moisturizer.
Oh yeah,
it goes a long way.
Moisturizer,
really does.
Coconut oil. You
just
can
a
use
drop.
Olive oil.
Yeah.
Sesame oil.
Bacon grease.
Crisco.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you got. Italian dressing.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, peanut butter, oil.
Really, anything is better than, well, just an arid nether regions, the arid valley, as we call it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Sometimes you just don't have the right chemistry with someone.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are not a sexual match for them, or they're not a sexual match for you, don't let it hit you in the ego.
No.
Just accept it and move on.
Yeah.
There's plenty of amazing human beings out there. Everyone's so lovely. So many lovely sweetie pies out there in the world, just shaking and grooving and doing their thing. Let them dance on. Let them circle around their star, find their galaxy, and do-si-do in their universe. Dip their toe in that pool of infinity of sweet, sweet love, and make their rounds in the cosmic, conscious brew of all that is existence and physical love. And that's what we're trying to espouse here and propagate here on Love Pandemic, is to really let your freak flag fly and let every part of love flow through you, from the spiritual to the physical, the flow, the fluid, the flingy, the flangs, the flow. I'm just saying F words now. We got a caller, I think, on the line.
We've got a caller here. Some nights are slower than others. Caller, you're on Love Pandemic.
Hello?
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hey. What's up?
Hey,
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
You sound a little nervous, caller, and that's okay. We're having a man's episode, a mani-pedi here tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about all our man stuff. We're just airing it out on the table. We had some ladies write in earlier about some of their questions for us masculine monkeys. big Sasquatch lumberjacks, and furry, hairy, testosterone-filled muscle men.
What about
I
you,
love
caller?
it. You got my card. That's how I describe myself on a daily basis. Even on my resume, that's how I list my attributes.
You sound like a strong, strapping sailor.
Yeah, well, I bench 35 on a good day.
Wow.
So
Wow. Do you
The bars, yeah, that's almost the whole bar.
You probably don't even. Do you have a spotter?
yeah, my boy Trey spots me. It's almost a whole bar. I had to shave off part of the bar because it was too. I'm just not there yet. But I'm on a protein regiment, so I'm hoping by like Memorial Day I'll be able to do like a whole bar, and really maximize my like strength.
Yeah. It's so much of finding a woman that's not gonna get away from you is about sheer masculine strength.
That's right. And it's not just the spiritual essence, it's also the physicality. Now, you're eating a lot of protein. Are you trying to bulk up, caller?
Yeah, I'm trying to get swole
Okay.
through
Good,
the upcoming summer months. And what I'm trying to do is, you know how like sometimes you see like buff dudes like me who have super ripped arms, and they'll have like veins on their arms, that like protrude out.
Yeah. That's how
I
you know.
don't have that.
Yeah.
I don't have it yet. So what I've been doing is I've been drawing on the outline with a Sharpie. And I feel like people are starting to really notice that. And it's catching a lot of eyes.
Yeah, that's a good move there to get started. Just to kind of understand where your progress is, just tell me, caller, what is the essence of your fart? Your flatulence, what's that smell like right now?
It's like, if you've ever like gone to the grocery store and you picked up some Breyers mint chocolate chip ice cream and then a couple of frozen bags of boil in a bag broccoli florets, and then you brought it home, and then you forgot about it because Trey was coming over and was going to help you work out, so you forgot about it, and then you left the groceries out for 2 weeks in the hot sun, and then you if you smelled that bag, that's what it smells like.
Well, you're off to a good start, especially with the broccoli. Now, what you really want to combine that with is if you just crushed open a bag of dried mangoes and huffed that. Now that's really kind of the essence of you, with the broccoli and the dried mango bag. When you can get your farts to that level, that's when you're really taking in the right amount of protein, when you'll start to really build some muscle. And that's where we want to get to from here. So
right now I'm using, just to, for full disclosure, to keep you aware of what I'm doing on the home front of masculinity, is I've actually found a knockoff brand of Axe body spray, but it is mango flavored. So it comes in a simple extract, and so I dab about 3 tablespoons behind the ears every day to help maximize my scent, because I read in high school biology that oftentimes animals will produce pheromones to attract a mate, not unlike the domestic beaver, which you might be familiar with. And so I've been trying to do a similar thing, but I don't have that kind of scent gland. So I play to my strength, which is I use Axe body spray mango. Well, it's an off-brand. I can't say the brand on the air, but it's an off-brand.
Yeah, that's very smart, caller. Yeah, you want to get that scent. The stronger, the more pungent you can make yourself, truly the more attractive you're going to be to the women in the community,
No.
even against what they might say. You want to roll into that party and have everybody take a whiff and know that you're there. You want them to step back and say, did the Sasquatch just pull up to this thing? I mean, that's the kind of scent and the kind of pheromone power that you want to be putting off.
Now,
Hold on. I'm currently trapped in a hole underground to keep my body cool in the hot summer months, and I've hired a batch of local dogs to keep my enemies away. So
keep guard.
all right,
Yeah.
okay,
That's
cool.
smart.
I think no, they're good. So yeah, like you said, I need to maximize my pungent smell with perhaps like a Caesar salad dressing bath.
Yeah, Caesar salad is great. Maybe even throw in some Parmesan, some more Parmesan cheese on top of that, some blue cheese crumbles,
Now, here's what I'd like to offer for you, caller. Have you've got a nice little melange, a little nice bouquet of aromas here, and that's good. You want the very the tasty ones, the savory ones, like the old car broccoli florets, the mango. You want that, but you also want the earthy tones, the downright disgusting notes that only can emanate from your body alone. Now, tell me, do you ever wet yourself?
Oh, I didn't think. Hold on. I didn't think this was that kind of show. I have bros listening in on this, and like I personally am secure in my masculinity, but I don't know. I like to think that I run with a crew of pretty intelligent, emotionally savvy bros. So hopefully, they will not drag me for this. But sometimes, man, yeah, I live extreme.
Okay.
And
good.
sometimes an extreme lifestyle means wetting yourself.
Well, I'm glad you were bold enough to share. It's your kind of courage that really shows the true colors of the masculine community when we talk about this flatulence and this other excretion through the pee-pee. That is really where we're getting rid of our excess toxic masculinity. That's where it comes out of. We've got to shed all of that through the urethra.
Yeah. Now, caller, the urine of a man is unlike any other scent. If a woman is attracted to your urine, game over. You found the one. And if she's not, you keep looking, caller, because you will find the one. Did you know the North American porcupine? A male will pee upon the female after fighting all of the other suitors, sometimes to the death. Sometimes they've killed 1, 2, 3 of their foes. They're bleeding out at the base of this tree, and then they climb up the tree in victory, and they urinate on top of the female porcupine, who, if she's feeling it, she'll then ask him over for tea and sex mostly. She'll lift up the quills of her behind. Now, that is the power of urine in love and romance. Like, think about when every time you pee yourself, think about the North American porcupine.
Okay, well, so this is really interesting because I recently received a cease and desist letter from Belk, the store. Are you familiar with Belk? I was going there with water balloons filled with my own urine, and I was whipping them at prospective mates, and I was told that is against company policy at Belk, and that I am not allowed to return.
Yeah.
So
Now, I brought up the North American, also known as the New World Porcupine, just as an example to show you the power. But that's a whole different species, and their urine is a little bit different. They only mate once a year, so they don't really run back into their prospective mates. If they pee on her and they never see her again, it's okay. You don't really want to pee on a woman unless she asks you to, and certainly not before you've even met her. Okay, and don't fill up water balloons with your urine. That is, yeah, that's kind of chimpish at best.
Yeah, that's getting a little ahead of yourself there, caller. You gotta
Whoa,
play the game, Casanova.
Excuse me, I am not a chimp.
Don't give that gold away for free.
I am a silverback gorilla. I bench almost 35 pounds. I'm a force to be reckoned with. But you know what? Game, recognize game, and I feel like you are right that maybe I should not be hurling water balloons filled with my own urine at strangers at Belk.
Yeah, no, I think every part of that scenario sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, if you hop down to Hot Topic and start hurling those things, though, you might have better success.
Yeah, at least pick a different store, right? Like, why Belk?
Yeah, no.
What are you
I'm
doing
not
at
allowed-
Belk, caller? I'm not gonna let you. What are you buying at Belk? Or are you just
They
looking
have-
for mates that shop there? Which I respect that.
Well, look, okay. So Belk is it's part of the mall on the whole. Okay, you there are multiple entrances. Belk is the one that I like to go through because once you've gone through Belk, you are the closest to the food court and the As Seen on TV store, which we all know is a pillar of the mall community. Now, here's the thing: is that I am quote unquote not allowed in that mall anymore. It seems that Belk had some sway for dictating my behavior and banishing me from the mall. So I did think about going to another store, but that is frowned upon. But fear not, because I am currently taking a class online on disguise making, and I will be back at the 6 Points Mall soon enough.
Well, I encourage the creativity. Disguise making sounds great. That might be a new avenue. You might want to totally forget about the piss balloons, and just go with, like, putting on a different hat or different clothes, or being
Well,
spontaneous and fun
that's okay.
like Zorro.
So, I get you. So, like, what is fun is like incorporating my disguises into new outfits, and then instead of hurling water balloons full of my urine at strangers unknowingly, I could pee into a Tupperware container or a one of those plastic containers that Hillshire oven roasted turkey comes
you could
into,
pee into
and
a
then hurl that
a
at
toilet.
a stranger.
Pee into a urinal.
Or at least, pee into a goblet or a wine glass or a champagne flute or something classy. An old, Hillshire Farms container is really not good. What does that say about you? It's only as good as what you're willing to put it in. You don't put the ashes of grandma into a craft container that used to hold ranch dressing. You get her a silver-plated, studded, white gold filled genie lamp that you can rub and say prayers to from time to time. That's just what Nana liked. But anyway.
No, not us, man. We buried Nana in a totally different way. Nana was a huge fan of Dale Earnhardt, number 3, the Enforcer, R.I.P. So we performed a Viking burial on the Earnhardt estate front lawn, and again, we did receive a cease and desist letter, but that is exactly how Grandma wanted it, as stated in her will.
Right on. That's
you've got to respect the wishes of the dying. That's
the thing is, you can. It's one and done. It's done. You guys burned Grandma.
It's truly the most important ceremony of your life.
Yeah.
Have you thought about how you want to be recognized on your day?
Yeah, you see, caller, you seem like a pretty masculine guy. You might have some good advice for other listeners out there of what would probably be the manliest way to kind of have a funeral. Would you even deign to have a funeral, or I mean, what would you do when you die?
Okay, so I've thought about this a lot. Okay, so okay, hang on. This is how I envision it. Okay, I know you don't get to choose the way you die, but if I play my cards right,
Sometimes
this
you
is how
can.
I want to do it. I am decked out in a white jumpsuit, and I am at the top of a hill. Okay, and I am on my best friend Trey's Kawasaki Ninja motorcycle, and I'm wearing earbuds, and I'm piping in some Thin Lizzy Jailbreak, and what I do is I crush a Mountain Dew, Code Red, throw it behind me, pull the visor down, and then tear down that hill to where I will jump over 35 men having midlife crisis on recumbent bicycles. And then upon completing that jump, I go through a bullseye into what is essentially a disused government building packed with C4, which then lights up the sky, baby. And that's how, for me, that's like the most tasteful way to go out. You know, that really speaks to like personal pride.
I got chills.
You know, more than anything.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of a lame way to die. But I was really curious about what you do after. Well, I mean, like, what are you, 16? You're gonna crush a Mountain Dew?
No, man. What, you think I'm some sort of kid walking around hurling water balloons full of pee at people at the mall? No way, dude.
I mean, you don't sound like a grown, respectable adult.
Dude, I'm 28, and I am 6 months away from becoming a manager at my local Jersey Mike's. Okay, I'm on my path. I'm on the program. Okay, they haven't given me a key yet, but the manager says my day is coming soon. So, you know, nobody slices the meats better than me, man. Okay,
Yeah.
Could a kid do that? No.
Well, no, they couldn't. You're right. But now, let me ask you, Mr. Manager, Jersey Mike, after you bomb that hill and you lay out for the last time, you gonna be buried? You gonna be cremated? You gonna be fed to a walrus? How do you want people to remember you by?
Okay, so this is I have a backup plan, because it's always what I learned is you always need to have a backup plan. And so what I thought about was, do you know the bodies exhibit? Did you go to that?
Yeah, my father is in it.
Like, he's one of the bodies?
Yeah, he's a body now. He's kind of famous.
Man, that was oh no, that was gonna be my thing, man. I was gonna be like a body in the bodies exhibit, or I thought
you can.
They could.
Yeah. Listen, yeah. Don't give up your hopes. You could be that.
Okay, because I just thought of quick second in case that one didn't work out. Because as you know, I not only am I strong, but I'm also quick on my feet.
I don't know that,
so,
but I believe you.
Well, hey man, ask anybody in town. They'll tell you I am spry. I am quick on my feet, and so I thought perhaps maybe we could hook up some sort of pulley system and make me like a marionette, and then I could perform alongside my favorite dance troupe, the Jabberwockies.
The Jabber who?
the Jabberwockies, they won America's Next Best Dance Crew. Ever heard of it?
Oh, yeah. I'm a huge fan, actually.
Oh, okay.
Love that show. Big fan of the Jabberwockies. Flinging people through the air. It is just a wild, fun romp. And it's very sexy.
And so I thought they could do like a Circus du Soleil and have me as a marionette performing with the Jabberwockies. And because here's where it's so genius, your brain is going to hurt, is because they all wear masks. No one will know that one person up there is actually a corpse.
I see.
Oh, wow. Sounds like Weekend at Bernie's 2020 to me. Have you heard about that new film, Caller?
Yeah, I don't watch. No, I don't watch that kind of shit, dude. I watch hard shit. Okay, I watch like Faces of Death videos and
wow,
like Tootsie.
Oh, okay. That sounds like an interesting combination of.
I love disguises. I already said that. I love disguises. Tootsie is the ultimate disguise. Dustin Hoffman, he can't get work as an actor. Oh no, what's he gonna do? Oh, he's gonna disguise as a woman. That's a disguise, man. That is in my wheelhouse.
So, have you ever dressed up as a woman?
Oh, okay, hold on. Now, again, I did not think that this was this kind of show that I was calling into, but again, aforementioned bros, my crew, who I run with, Big Pete, Lil Pete, Tavis, Mavis, and Richard. Well, we're pretty progressive. So to answer your question, sometimes I do, because, like I said, to become a great disguise artist, you must become the disguise within. And I think what is also interesting is that on a day-to-day basis, I feel like this is apropos because with COVID, it is very topical, but because everybody is wearing face masks. But I feel like on a day-to-day basis, socially, we all wear different masks.
What do you mean by that? Like, I only have the one mask. Like, are you talking?
No, man.
I have a few.
Like you're like your personality. Like you're putting up walls, man. Like you act differently when you're flinging bags of urine at people at the Belks than you do when you're slicing meats down at the Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Are you saying that you're kind of two people? One part of you wants to fling and be an animal, and the other part wants to be a member of society that's responsible, and you're trying to bring those two halves together and really incorporate the animalistic tendencies that you have into the human aspects of the one you know you are.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like we all kind of do that.
Well, how do we do it as gristly, stinky men? How do we do that, caller?
I don't know. That's why I called in. I'm trying to get answers.
Oh, sir, yeah. We're all looking for answers. I guess maybe that's...
Sometimes, and Carl knows this so well because we've helped so many people. Sometimes people often answer their own questions, caller.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kind of panacea that we're hoping for here on Love Pandemic. We really want us as people to wake up and be woke and look inside into the quandary that is being, and understand that we are everything that we think we are, and everything that we think we're not, and everything in between, and everything that we don't even know that we are. And that's a lot of stuff. So here on Love Pandemic, we often try to have you look inside yourself and really think about these questions for yourself. I hope this has helped. I think it has. I think you get where you're going. I think you feel a little bit more centered now, caller.
Yeah, I feel like this put a lot of things in perspective, because I forgot that there is another mall across town to which I, yours truly, have not been banished from, and I am going to go there uh, and try and attract a potential mate.
There you go. Put one foot in front of the other, get out there, and take some action steps. Massive action, caller. Remember to get yourself smelling ripe like a Sasquatch in heat before you get out there and go to the mall. And seriously, if you see somebody and you're curious about them, walk right up to them, right into their physical space and say hello. Hi, my name is caller, and then go right into your spiel. Tell them what sent you. Ask them what they think you smell like.
Oh man, I got chills. I I am I
Yeah.
need to go pop on a J Crew turtleneck right now because I have the chills.
Yeah.
Put
Yeah.
on some chinos too, pal, and get with it. And and penny loaf yourself right on down to that mall.
Hold on, did you say put on some Cheetos?
I said chinos, like the pants, with the tapered leg, chinos.
Oh, I only wear zip off Jinko jeans.
Well, maybe you can pick up some at the mall. Thank you for calling in, caller, and good luck.
Another successful solution. It only took, well, the majority of the show.
Time is relative, and it's like water. Eh, when I drink, I get dehydrated.
Well, they say
I run out of the time.
if one of us suffers, we all suffer. So if one of us wins, we all win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for all you listeners out there thinking, oh, well, is this advice good? Is it worth it? What does Liam von Friedman know about love? I mean, let me tell you, he knows enough. And that's me saying that. Not to mention his countless partners, his former movie star mates, his his friends, his family, his mother, his dog. They've all experienced a different side of his love. And sometimes what I recommend to callers is that you walk up to a woman or maybe a man, whoever you are, whatever you're looking for, you say, "Hey, I'm looking for love. Liam sent me. Knock knock." And this, they're gonna open the door. And if they don't open the door, you knock again, because they might not know who Liam is, but once they hear that, they're gonna think, okay, this Liam guy, he seems big. If they do know who Liam is, they're gonna be like, hold on, Liam sent you? And they're like, well, actually, Carl told me that Liam would have told them. I use it vicariously. I'm somewhat of an arbiter of Liam's gracious energy, but you go out there and you say, hey, I have a mandate. I have a mandate for love. I must love somebody, or else I will die very, very lonely.
That's right. Some people don't know what they want until they see it
Yeah.
in the flesh. And you've got to present that to them and make it easy. What's in it for them? What are they getting? And offer that first to that lovely, lovely person that you're introducing yourself to,
Mm-hmm.
that flame, whoever that is.
Yeah.
You just offer that up.
Yeah, you just say, hey, what are you doing for the rest of your life? Would you like to spend it with me? My name is Carl. And the thing is, the trick about marriage that I've found is the older you get, the easier it is to get married, because really they're wagering their entire life that you're not going to be a total fuck up. And the older they get, the less that there is to wager. So if you're having trouble now, just stick it out a couple of years, few years, by the time you're 80, it's like shooting fish in a barrel. I've talked to my grandfather about this before he had passed, and he had 3 wives in his 80s, one after the other. Well, 2 he had at the same time, because one he knew was probably not long for this world, and well, neither was the other one. So the chances that it was complicated, I don't judge him for anything. But that man found 3 wives in his 80s because they said, "Well, what the hell? I'll marry you. It might just be a couple weeks till death do us part."
That's right. And it's never too late. It's never too late to get out there and play that game and give yourself, you know. That man had a lot to give, even in such a late age. I remember him frolicking through the sprinkler, you know, in the neighborhood when we were kids, you know.
Yeah, he had a problem with overheating, so he had to do that, or else he would die. His internal temperature would get to like 102.
His skin was so thick it was like leather that'd been beaten, you know.
Yeah.
By leather, just sharp and rubbed away, and looked like it had been exposed to various amounts of different debris and wind and chapping and rain and saddles and butt cheeks. I mean, basically everything you could be exposed to. All the microbes just wearing it out, just wearing it into something that it wasn't. I remember it was very thick, and it also hung off his arms in a strange way. But we loved him anyway.
I've inherited a little bit of my grandfather's.
Yeah, we called him Grandpa Flappy.
Skin. Yeah.
And yeah, you do have a little bit of those types of genetics happening.
It's a little flappy, but my muscle tone it's acceptable, and Sheila doesn't mind it.
Sheila loves to slap it around when we're over at your dinner parties.
Yeah, that's I get a little self-conscious about when other people are. It's a whole thing. But what I learned from my grandfather is that you just come as you are. You come as you are to the retirement home, and you're gonna leave with a happy widower and 3 wives under your belt.
That's right.
Leather flappy skin, STDs, and all.
If you don't have a handful of STDs by this point, you're not even trying.
Yeah, because
how long have you been in the game, pal?
Right. Yeah. By the time you're 80 in the retirement home, they're like badges of honor. People are like, "Oh, I've never had syphilis."
They're like face tattoos.
It might kill me, but I'm gonna try.
You gotta have one to be cool. You know, it's kind of how people are doing it in the pop scene and the YouTube cover scene. They all have face tattoos. Everybody, all of them. Do we have any more questions from our callers over the week, Carl?
Yeah. Let me see what. Oh, this was actually a common one that multiple women had asked: is why do men draw dicks everywhere? What's the deal with that?
Well, it's to mark territory. Every man who draws a dick is drawing his own dick subconsciously, doesn't even know it. And every dick he draws is just a way for him to show his dominance, his ability to be in that particular place and stand as a strong masculine figure, as a macho piece of man, monk, hunk, chunk, whatever.
Funk.
Yeah, getting that Sasquatch smell in there and just letting it ooze and permeate through the nostrils of every single inhabitant of that building. Whatever church or misguided Masonic lodge that you're into, you just want to draw a pee-pee. That's your representation.
Yeah, they discovered somewhat recently that one of the oldest cave drawings was a genitalia. It looked a little bit different than what ours looks like now, but you'd often see stallions, antelope, genitalia on the walls of of a cave. The Neanderthals in particular, they like to draw very detailed pictures of genitalia, and they had extremely hairy testicles, and they took great pleasure in scratching the hairs from jutting out from the testicles, the Neanderthal testicles that they had relatively accurately depicted upon those walls. So, like, you are in good company if you're out there drawing dicks, men. I will say that you, as Liam had noted, you want to mark your territory, but sometimes you also just want to leave a testament to time. Said, hey, there was a dick that looked kind of like this that was here once upon a time.
In memoriam.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, Carl.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Such a seemingly immature idea, but summed up in such a prolific and thought-provoking way.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you guys just blown away by the show? Carl's just lighting it up tonight. He's on fire.
Sometimes you're on, sometimes you're just lit, you know?
And I think you're on lit at this point. Just in fuego, my friend. And the friction and sparks are just jutting off of you. I can see your aura shining bright like a unicorn stallion floating over the cosmos, just ripping through time, space, right into Sheila's arms, where you belong, my friend.
Oh, that is such a kind blessing coming from you, Liam.
Well, you are basically poetry in motion, my friend, so it's real easy to sit here and describe it, what I see.
Should we have time for one more question?
I think we've got time for one more question here on love. Pandemic.
So, this one was kind of a specific question that seemed a little bit out of season. But she says, my husband, this is Dolores from New York. She says, my husband has a weird fetish with hanging Christmas ornaments around the bedroom before we make love. It seems that he can't do it unless there's at least one Mickey Mouse ornament hanging in sight. What gives?
This is an interesting kink, and one I've encountered a few times before. Mickey Mouse represents a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people had their first, experiences and imprints and ideas about the world around Mickey Mouse. So to a lot of people, they have really put a significance on Mickey Mouse as if he's this archetype or character that represents all that is fun and interesting and jubilant to do with your body or with your mind or your soul. So a lot of times people will have to hang up Mickey Mouse ornaments in order to get into the right spirit, in order to really, assess their lover's core temperature and read their vibes. It puts them in a place, a more playful place, a more playful paradigm, I like to call it. That's the name of my latest book on tape, actually, Playful Paradigm. You guys should check it out. It's at flyingsquidcomedy.com/boner. And, wow, there's a lot of really good stuff there. You should really check that website out. I can't tell you enough how cool it is.
It's also the home of Boner Pants.
Yeah, that's also the home of Boner Pants, which is our proud sponsor for the show. We usually try and mention the sponsor before the end of the show, but tonight we just had such an invigorating show.
Yeah.
It was breathtaking.
They said as long as we get it in before the end, they're still going to send the checks. It's fine.
This has become the most important part of the show and the crescendo of the show. And when you put on those pants, those boner pants, they sparkle and they stretch and they snap against your skin. You're going to feel like you put on the fabric of the universe, like you can walk through realities. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, get on over there to flyingsquidcomedy.com/boner and see what all the fuss is about. Boner Pants. Yeah, you heard it here first on Love Pandemic. Hosted by yours truly, Carl Voss. Every Monday, 9 p.m. It's a viral